that I hope I A, don't sound too hoarsen, and B, it's very emotional for me because, you know, I'm doing a review of the last Kiss concert that I ever have been to. And before I do begin, I would like to say my condolences to Fran, Paul's guitar tech of 20 years, and that places him. He's been working with Paul since the farewell tour. So I just wanted to take this moment and say how deeply shocked and saddened I am by Fran's passing and the loss that his family is going through right now, the loss the band is going through. Everybody who has ever met him, everything that I've read about Fran has been just so kind and just full of amazing stories. This man, from what I have read, has been just an inaugural part of the Kiss touring crew, but also the Kiss family. And I just want to say my thoughts and prayers are with his family at this time, and how just utterly devastating the whole thing must be. So I just wanted to take time to say that. Thank you. So this video, I'm making every effort not to be too emotional, so just letting you know that. And I'm going to attempt to use this new video app editor thing to insert maybe fun graphics or comments or something like that. So just bear with me on that. If it sucks, I'll try to get better at it. Okay, so now moving on to what I do best. This concert on October 16th, 2021 it was a long time coming. Okay, I first saw Kiss on the End of the Road tour on March 2nd, 2019, downtown Chicago at the United Center. And we ended up getting tickets on Christmas Eve 2019 to go to this concert in Tinley Park. The concert was held at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater in Tinley Park, Illinois. And let me just point out, I've lived relatively close to this venue, and I've never been there. My parents have been there. Actually, they went to see U2 in 1992, a couple days before their wedding. And my dad, he didn't like the venue at all, and he's never been back since. My mom, this will tie in with the next story. I said this was my second Kiss concert and final Kiss concert that I went to for my mom. This was her fourth Kiss concert that she went to, because she went for the first time on May 12th, 2000, and then again on September 30th, 2000. She went with me on March 2nd, 2019, and then her final one is, well, this one, October 16th, 2021. But the venue she went to the venue she went to on September 30th, 2000 for the farewell tour, it was at the exact same location as the one we just went to. So it was her return to that venue in 21 years. And 21 years ago, she was seated behind a pole. So this was her redemption concert. And I'm just so happy that she got redemption in my mind. Maybe not in her mind, because it was kind of cold and there were some other elements she didn't like. But I'll just be honest, the venue in Tinley Park is not that great. That didn't hamper what the band was doing, but the venue just isn't top notch. And I think I've come to realize indoor concerts are better. The seating, the setup, indoor concerts are just better, in my opinion. Okay, so we had a relatively short commute. If you saw that Instagram, Twitter video that I put out, it's like 25 seconds of me in the car. That was a time capsule thing, time capsule moment for memory's sake. But I just wanted to share the program. This is not the program that I bought at the concert 2 days ago, because this is 2 days after. This is October 18th, 2021. The concert was October 16th. 2021. I bought this in 2019. This is version 2 of the program, and I was not going to spend another $40 on maybe 5 to 10 things being different. I'm cheap. Oh, and I'll share this. Because I got in line early in 2019, I got a bag. A keepsake bag. I did have to cut off like the handles and everything because I held on to it that night and it stretched and I had to like cut it off. But what matters is the logo and everything. So I just wanted to show that from 2019 because I never showed it on the channel before. And also I want to give a shout out to the friend who sent me this Ace Talisman to bring with to the concert. I did get a picture of this in front of the Kiss curtain when it was put up. So Ace was there in spirit because I represented him, and I actually wore an Ace Frehley t-shirt. Yep, I was going to represent the one, the only, the original Ace Frehley lead guitarist. I was going to represent him at this concert. If it was the last Kiss concert I was ever going to go to, I was going to represent Ace Frehley. I was. Absolutely. Okay. So when we got to the venue, it was actually very cold. It was cold. I had a leather jacket, but my mom, she just had a sweat jacket, and she was cold for like the whole night. I felt really, really bad. I did. But we ended up wearing masks to this concert because, now with the regulations, you need either the negative test or whatever, or you need to show your card or all that. So we were gonna wear masks, but we wore Kiss masks that my mom's friend Barb made. So shout out to you, Barb. You helped keep us safe and secure at the concert, and we looked super ultra stylish. So thank you to Barb for making those. She made them over a year ago. We were supposed to wear them in 2020. When we thought the concert was still going to go on in 2020, but we ended up using them after all, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. So the band, starts off with Detroit Rock City. I mean, it's a classic. I'm not going to go through all the songs or whatever, but I'll go through some of the ones that really stood out to me. And then Shout It Out Loud. Oh, when they got to Cold Gin and Tommy did his guitar solo, I was a little miffed because he's playing exactly what Ace wrote. In fact, they took the Shock Me solo, a extended solo, and they put it on the end of this, and they had him play that. So I was really, really ticked off by that. In fact, when we arrived at the venue, the band was doing sound check, and then they were playing Plaster Caster, which was really awesome. I love Plaster Caster, one of my favorite deep cuts. Loved it since Unplugged. They were playing... Oh God, what else were they playing? Because I almost put my phone out the window and recorded while we were waiting in the car because we got to the venue a little bit early and we weren't gonna wait in line. But and then the band started playing Shock Me at soundcheck, and I'm like, oh no, this is horrible. I don't want to hear Tommy sing that live, but I could hear it. It was really a jab in the heart. I won't lie. It was kind of painful. But thankfully, my mom rolled up the window so we didn't hear it as proficiently as if we would have had the windows rolled down. So, thanks to you, Mommy dear. Okay, so, something interesting. During Lick It Up, Gene actually stepped off stage for a little while. Honestly, I thought he broke a string. I'm not actually sure the reason why he stepped off, but I did notice that he stepped away for a little while, and then Tommy and Paul had to extend the interlude where they used the Who's Won't Get Fooled Again. They kind of extended that a little bit. Then, they got the crowd, they're like, Chicago! And then, Paul with his classic stage rap. So they covered that really, really well. But if you're an eagle-eyed person who pays attention to detail, you did notice that Gene stepped away for a spell. Okay, something interesting. They played, and I was so excited. They played Tears Are Falling. I've never heard Tears Are Falling live in concert before with any iteration, any member. And it was awesome. I love Tears Are Falling. Tears Are Falling is one of my favorite Kiss songs overall. it doesn't even have to say 80s Kiss songs, but just Kiss songs overall. And it's one of my favorite songs from the decade of the 1980s overall in the umbrella of 80s music. So I was psyched. I did, however, really, really miss Bruce Kulick's playing. Oh my god, there's nothing like that element that he brings to that song that makes it really cool and badass, and Tommy just doesn't cut it. Don't get me wrong, I respect Tommy Thayer as a musician and as a person who does a lot with military families. Honest to God, I do. He does a lot of good works with military veterans and keeping up his dad's legacy. God bless him for that. But as filling Ace's space boots, he doesn't cut it. That's just my opinion. Again, if you love Tommy, more power to you. And then here's something else interesting I wanted to mention. Psycho Circus and 100,000 Years were kind of mashed together as a medley, like they did the opening and maybe the first verse of Psycho Circus, and then they cut to the Eric's drum solo, and then when he came out of the drum solo, Paul started doing the, I got a question for you, do you feel alright, with the mic, you know, that classic bit. So they kind of mashed Psycho Circus with 100,000 Years. Oh, something interesting. At the Chicago concert, Gene accidentally said Detroit during the God of Thunder and blood spitting routine. He's like, Detroit! And I'm like, did Gene just say Detroit? And he did. And, you know, a friend messaged me about that. And I'm like, yeah, it was true. I actually got it on tape, I actually got it on my phone. And I think I uploaded it to YouTube. I'm not sure. If I didn't upload it to YouTube, I definitely uploaded it on Tumblr, my Tumblr page. So, and I'm sure you can find it from somebody else. It's not that hard. Just type in, like, Kiss, God of Thunder, Chicago 2021, and it will pop straight up. So, okay, here's where things get really, really cool. Everyone knows that during Love Gun, Paul will go out to his B stage. Well, my mom and I, we were looking around the venue and we're like, I don't see any B stage. Is he not doing it here? Like, is it just not set up for here? And then, maybe, like, 30 seconds before Paul actually got on his rig to fly out, the guy sitting next to me reached over to my mom and said, if you want to move down, because the seats all to the right of us were completely empty. Actually, there was like 3 rows back, like our row, the row behind us, and the row behind that, and the row behind that, completely empty. Just saying. He said, if you want to move down, he's going to be right there. And I'm like, what? And I'm going to try to insert that clip at the end of this so you can see what I'm talking about. He said, if you want to move down, he's going to be right there. And my mom's like, oh, he is, thank you. And then I'm like, oh my God. And I privately uploaded it to YouTube because my mom doesn't really want it seen. And I don't blame her, but I'm like freaking out. But the minute Paul lands on his B stage and I'm like 200 to 300 feet away, I freaked out. And I'm like, oh my God! Ah! Because I had no idea. I had just found out like 30 seconds prior that he was going to be there. And then like he flies out. Once he flies out and he's like 200, 300 feet in front of me, like, ah! So that was the highlight of the concert for me. Highlight of the concert for me. Oh my God, I will never forget it. And I'm grateful that I got it on video. And my mom, she took some video too. And then I took some video because I didn't want to, like, videotape this whole thing. Other people were going to do that, and for me, I know some people don't like it, but if you watch any of the clips that I uploaded to YouTube, you hear me either hooting or hollering, screaming, allegedly trying to sing along, and I think that's what personalizes it. I know it may tick off some other people, like, oh, this chick's annoying. I don't want to hear her scream or try to sing badly. But, you know, I think that's what makes it personal for me. Every clip, every picture, everything that I take is actually a memory for me. It's not trying to impress other people. Sharing it is fun, but everything that I do, it's really for me. So when I'm like really, really old, I can have it to look back on when I was 25 and Yeah. Okay, that may have been a little bit over dramatic. But anyway, highlight of the night was that. And then during Beth, I love Beth. Eric Singer at this point is keeping up tradition by singing Beth. Because, I mean, Peter Criss, it's Peter's song. Let me make that abundantly clear. It is Peter Criss's song. But at this point, no, not even but. I do want to point out at this point, his drum tech Eddie sang it in 2000 on the farewell tour. Eric Carr definitely sang it, and I don't blame Eric Carr for having to sing it. He actually did a wonderful, marvelous, beautiful job on his cover version of Beth in 1988 on the Smashes Thrashes disc. I grew up with that version. It's beautiful. Rest in peace, Eric. God bless you. But Eric Singer, when he sang Beth, you know, he's at the piano paying tribute to the Paul Lynde Halloween special. Just fun. I don't know if he's actually playing, but at this point, honestly, I don't care. Peter wasn't playing the piano on the Paul Lynde special. It doesn't matter. But it's interesting because if you watched the big screen, you see him mouth over to Tommy or Paul asking, And then he said, Chicago, you know, Kiss loves you. And so he's like, okay, he has to ask if we're in Chicago too. Are you guys confused or something? Like, you don't hear when Paul says, Chicago, we've been coming here since 1974 at the Aragon Ballroom. Like, you don't hear Paul saying, Chicago, I got a question for you. Like, are you not paying attention? And it just kind of blew my mind. Like, Gene... Come on, we all know Gene flubs up like that. But it's like, are you really sure, like, you have to double check where you are? So I just found that very interesting. Again, it was only visible because they caught him mouthing Chicago over to Tommy or Paul, and they gave him kind of a nod, and then you just see Eric going, Chicago, you know. So I just wanted to point that out. Let's see. Oh, Rock and Roll All Night. Come on, everybody, Rock and Roll All Night. Even my mom was singing along to Rock and Roll All Night. I got footage of us. I'm going to try to insert it into this video at the end, but it's just a classic at this point to sing along. And to sing along, dance, bask in the glory, and, you know, just have one hell of a time singing it. I don't care. I probably heard that song more than any other song in my entire life, but every time I hear it, it just gives me the power that I'm, like, the coolest person ever. It gives you that power that you can take on the world with. And to hear it live one final time in person, I should say in person, because live, I mean, you can watch concerts, and it is a live version of it, like it's not studio recorded, but to hear it in person, I'm going to use that term, in person, one final time, that was incredible. And I came really prepared. I brought a Ziploc baggie, a quart-sized Ziploc baggie in my purse, and I got the motherload of confetti. I'm very proud of myself. And my mom and I, we were like scraping the chairs, the empty chairs, to put these in, and I'm like, hey, that's that much less for the crew to have to pick up. They're gonna love me. So, but yeah. And I remember telling my mom before, like, I don't care if I have to pick it off the ground, I am getting my bag of confetti. So that was epic. That was just epic and awesome. And there were a couple things that bugged me, and I'm just going to mention them not to complain, but for a time capsule element of myself. Okay, one, the venue isn't that great. I don't really like outdoor venues, the setup. Stadium seating is much better, and this venue does not contain stadium seating. Another element that bugged us, there was this really tall guy who had a seat next to my mom. But when the people in front did not show up, he seat hopped 2 rows in front and kept on and off blocking my mom's view. So I told my mom, okay, you can stand in front of me because I'm taller than her. And so she was able to see. So that was kind of bothersome. And the guy, he didn't even have a Kiss shirt on, okay? He was wearing a shirt of another band. some kind of band with a skull or something that was on his shirt. It wasn't Motley Crue, it wasn't Guns N' Roses. I don't even know what band, but it was not Kiss. That really rubbed me the wrong way. So he was kind of a dick, but it was awful, okay? The people sitting beside us, the guy who let my mom know, hey, Paul's gonna be there, move down. He was nice. He wasn't like super cool, but he was really nice. He wasn't wearing a Kiss shirt either. Him and his daughter, they weren't wearing Kiss shirts. And this concert, I just didn't meet as many cool fans as I did at the United Center. The United Center, I met cool people everywhere, like those people from Indiana outside the ladies' room, which is really cool because, Indiana outside the ladies' room, that just has Kiss connections in itself. And then, the people that we sat next to at the United Center, the guy and his son, they were just really cool. I sat next to a mom and her son, and they were both really cool too. Her son was like 13 and I was like 22, but I started saying, oh yeah, Kiss is, we just started talking Kiss, and it was just natural. But here, I didn't run into that, so I was really saddened by that. Oh, and I will say this, we accidentally sat in row 206 at first, because the people at the venue, they weren't really distinguishing. They told us, yeah, this is 206, this is 205, when really it was 206, so we were accidentally sitting in people's seats for like maybe 5 minutes or something, and this was way before the concert began, okay? Way before. And the people in front of us were really fun, because my mom, she said, oh, I hope that I'll still be able to see, and then the lady in front of us said, oh, I believe you, I believe you, I know how that feels, I'm only 5 foot, and I was like, oh, I'm only 5 foot too, so that was a cute moment. Unfortunately, we didn't get to sit near them because we were in the wrong section, and then we moved, but, it is what it is. We had fun, it was cold, but who cares? It's done, it's over with, and when we look back, we'll remember the glory, the fun, the amazement, the band that is our band. And that's the thing, my mom is a little bit cynical of the band, especially nowadays, and and I'm sure a lot of people know the reasons I'm talking about. It's not the original lineup, Paul's voice is it's not what it used to be. The prices are ridiculous, just things like that, but I think this concert it reminded her why she's a fan, why it's fun, why the music is great. And I think the best part for her was seeing me have a lot of fun, because I was the only person around me in my section singing and dancing along to Do You Love Me. I was gonna have a lot of fun, and I didn't care if anyone else thought I looked stupid. I had fun. I had fun because Kiss is my band. It's the band that will always be a part of me in my heart, and if I have to go see them one final time, I'm gonna make it one hell of a concert that I'm gonna remember for the rest of my life, and I think I did just that. Absolutely. I have no regrets going. I'm really glad I went, and I got to go with my mom, the OG Kiss fan in my life. She's been a fan since 1974. What better way to celebrate the last Kiss concert in Chicago than by going with the person who introduced me to Kiss, and so happens to be an original fan. I thank you so much for watching this video. I hope I can edit it to the way I want it, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching, and to the Kiss Army, it's now or never. Now or never. And once again, Fran, my thoughts, my prayers are with your family and loved ones at this moment. May he rest in peace. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. I'm Emily Graziano, and I'll see you next time.
Okay, let's have a little controlled chaos. Here's what we'll do.
He's coming right here?
Yeah. Ready?
Thank you.
And you say my name as loud as you can.
Down, you'll be right in front of me.
That's what